The canceled podcast. That's another one.
Or like that fucking Pearl bitch. I fucking hate
Pearl's
her.
getting canceled now because the men don't want her either.
Because she's such a fucking pick-me. Like, it's she's disgusting.
She's like, take me. It's like past pick me. It's take me. That she's got desperation on staff.
Well, she keeps having to raise the age in which women are valuable because she's aging. It's kind of hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. And like, she always puts down other women. Always. Like, that's her platform, is putting down women. She like is writing any world. Yeah. Like any man that's like, oh, there's roles, blah, blah, blah. She's riding their dick. Like that.
Yeah. She's wishing
she could ride. Like,
yeah. She's hopeful. Yeah.
She recently had a debate with this other right-wing pundit, but he's like married, and she's like, I think paternity testing should be mandatory for all like children. And he's like, but if we did that mandatory, you're basically calling my wife a whore. And this is a right-wing man. This is a man that said we need to exterminate transgenderism. Okay, so like this is a gross-ass guy, but he's even debating her because he's like, we don't want you.
Yeah. He's like, listen.
She takes it too far, like way too far.
Yeah. Because of you, I now have respect for my wife. Like, that's how this is going.
You're making them go left, my guy. Like, who turns right people to go left?
Yeah.
That's insane.
You go so far right, you end up left, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you come back around. Yeah.
Full circle.
Anyways, hello, everyone.
How's it going?
I'm always like, sometimes we get talking and I'm like, this should be recorded. So I just like have to hit the record button.
Yeah. We like go on a tangent before we start and then we push record and then we're silent. Like it's all gone. Yeah.
What do we do? And no one's here. Yeah. Like I can edit all this.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't even matter.
Oh.
Yeah. Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I am drinking still more Pabst Blue, although this is my last can. But I do have a bag of Black Fly in the fridge. Getting nice and cold.
Did you get the cranberry vodka one? Like
cranberry vodka.
Good. Yeah.
Like you can like open a spout.
Yeah, the spout.
Yeah, that's what I got. Well, I was like, oh, the husband's going away for 4 days on tour. Treat myself, you know. Like that was how it was gonna go today.
Sonia, what are you drinking?
I'm actually drinking a lot today. Already gone. And I haven't drank that much, but there's vanilla rum, there's peach schnapps, and there's Malibu rum. And to top it off, orange pop.
Orange drink?
Orange drink, if you know, you know.
Rush.
Yeah.
I got name brand. I got money these days. Fucking, it's actually it's not. It's actually not Crush. It's Equate brand. I lied.
You're a liar. You know what the worst part is? You could have like kept with the lie and no one would have questioned you. Like I wasn't like, based on the color, it does not look like Crush to me. Like I was not doubting you for a second.
I lied. I'm not as Gucci as I say.
I lied again, guys. I'll just correct myself.
I lied. And Dawn Marie.
I'm drinking Smirnoff Ice Light, the raspberry flavor. It's my favorite one because it doesn't have too much sugar and it tastes really good. And I have ice in my cup, so. My
tummy's gonna hurt so much. There's way so much sugar in this. There's no diet orange. Like that's fucking sugar.
I hope it's worth it.
Tomorrow.
It's really good. Like, yeah, like there's vanilla, rum. I said what is in it. It's good. I'm not repeating it. It's good.
There's too much stuff to repeat. Not doing that again.
Rocket's getting comfortable. You can hear him like tiptoeing, like his dance. Chicka. Okay. You ready for our topic? Come on, be a good one.
Please.
What fact were you taught in school but is completely untrue? I have a perfect example.
You go first.
That your blood is blue. It's not. We're taught this like all in elementary school. Nobody corrected anybody ever along the line. And you're an adult and you're like, oh, like talking about facts. You're like blood is blue. And people are like, no, you fucking idiot. No, it's not. And then you have to look into it. You're like, shit, I am a fucking idiot. It's inner school system for you at work, guys. Well,
it's because you always draw like the veins blue, and that's supposed to be like, oh, you don't have like what was it? You don't have oxygen when you don't have
blood.
It's blue, but that's why when you get a cut, it's always red because it's touching oxygen. Ha 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 ha. Yeah,
that makes sense, but that's not it. It's always red. Always.
Well, going off of biology body stuff that we learned in school, what the ovaries and uterus actually look like within the body? I feel like the male anatomy looks like the male anatomy. Perfect. But we always get that weird like fallopian uterus drawing. But in reality, it almost looks like testicles inside of you. Like the fallopian tubes and ovaries are like pushed against your uterus.
Yeah, they're actually like folded in.
Yeah, and it looks like balls and shit. Like it's not.
Like it is. It's folded in.
Yeah. No, and now that's like a universal sign for uterus is the like alien fucking Buddha Buddhas. Yeah,
which is drawn that way because men found out what uterus and stuff look like because they took them out of women and spread them out on a table. So I'm like, at the very least, we should learn what they look like inside of us. Come on.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what I've learned in school off of blood and uteruses was that that apparently females only bled what was it? A tablespoon of blood.
We had the same fucking health teacher. She was such a dumb skank. Oh my god!
I got a tablespoon of blood in an hour. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm not even talking about my blood clots. Okay, no. Like that was so false.
And she made people feel like freaks. Like just. Oh my god! Yeah, because I was like, oh,
that
like
was gaslighting.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, oh, people get really tired. Because I was always tired on my period, like, and she's like, no, that's, and then I was like, my doctor told me, like, my actual doctor told me it's normal to feel tired during your period.
Yeah, because your blood's lower. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, period products have only just started using blood in testing in 2023. Before that, they were just using water. So when they were like, your pad can hold this much, and you're like, why am I bleeding through this? It's like, oh, it's because their measurement was water and not like thick ass blood clots. So
yeah, I fucking dead baby. I'm just gone. Oh man,
this is why I love the movie Ginger Snaps. Just because, like, it's supposed to be, like, puberty, but especially in women. And, like, she gets her period at 16, but it's, like, her mom just holds up the underwear because she's, like, doing the laundry. And it's just blood-soaked. And she's not even worried. She's like, someone became a woman.
Like she knows that's normal, right?
She's just like, oh, you were a late bloomer. Maybe it was just accumulated up there.
Just hold on for this special occasion.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This one moment.
That was when I was young and that came out. That was very like helpful for me.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like we had a lot of misinformation taught in school.
That the white people were the good guys.
That was a big one. Yeah.
Learned a lot about Sir John A. Not the atrocities or like the fact that like Hitler looked to like the residential school system for ideas, but he was the first prime minister and he liked to drink.
Yeah,
that's all I can remember.
Sir Wilfrid Laurier was a big one we always had to learn about. I was like, fuck, why? Like, why? That was grade 8 history. It was like fucking all Sir Wilfrid Laurier or whatever, and The Outsiders. That's all I remember in the 8th grade. Was
the crystalids. I remember reading about them in grade 8. Do you remember the crystalids?
No, I remember The Outsiders and Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
The crystalids were like, it was like a dystopian, like the world like came to an end and then they started all over again. And then, but because of like the toxins in the air, people were giving babies to like they would like shun the mutant babies.
There's in mutant the outer.
People were having babies that were having like mutations and like psychic, and they could like do things with their mind and whatever. And so if they got caught, they had to move them in the outer of their little community in the wastelands.
Okay.
You don't remember that?
No. No. I remember the Outsiders. Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold. That's it. That's it.
Crystalids. Look it up. Anyway.
Crystalids. What is it?
Crystalids.
Crystal lids? Like.
Yeah, but it's all one word. Crystalids.
Crystal lids. Okay. By John Winman. It's like chrysalids. Like not crystal. It's chrysalids, like cocoons.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Okay.
Trying to think what I even learned in school. I don't even remember anymore. It's been a while.
My favorite thing that was not misinformation, but a lot of people think it is how germs are spread. So,
Germs?
I was in like a remedial grade 9 science class. There's only 8 of us. And the teacher's like, okay, you guys learn best hands-on, which we did. Like, he was a really awesome teacher. And like, we went around like touching different things and putting them in petri dishes, washing our hands, and then touching things, and then like contacting, and then petri dishes, and then like incubating them all and like comparing them. And it was like amazing. I loved it. It was such a great class. And that information has stuck with me my whole life. Sometimes not so good because I'm always seeing these dirty little incubated germs. But also, when people are like, I don't understand how colds are spread. I already know because I learned in grade 9.
I hate those things that are like scientifically proven thus far. We still call them theories: gravity, cell theory, germ theory, but that's only because the idea of them can change over time as we get new information. When we get super microscopic telescopes that can see inside the germs, then we might get new information. But it's aggravating because most of the population didn't even take that class, or
it was
like
mandatory.
You would think, but like it's really easy to pass high school without learning.
Yeah.
Like
everybody had to take grade 9 science, but no, I guess you're right. Like they just passed them,
show
right?
up. Like attendance was like 50% of your mark, and then the
50
you ask a couple questions in class to look like you're interested, and then you get 60% on every test. You pass. There you go.
I don't understand why I was in remedial science. I think I picked it. I was like, wait, there was only 9 people. I don't know how I ended up there, but it was fantastic. I don't think I picked it. Like it just, I know why I was there. So I skipped every single day, grade 9. It was in grade 10 that I
so they were just like, oh, she's skipping because
the work's too hard or whatever. Yeah. And no, that's not true. It was grade 9. Fuck, I don't remember. Because I dropped
your marks in grade 8.
None. I never went to school.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so they had nothing to go off of going into grade 9. They probably just put you in remedial.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Except for I was in like normal math. Like
I was in academic math, English, and science.
I think maybe they just didn't have room. This was just like the leftover class.
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought it was remedial. Was there remedial science? I thought that was. Only English and math.
That was like that's below applied. So it was like intermediate, applied, academic. And then if you were gifted, it was called enriched.
They stopped saying remedial. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's work.
No. Yeah, it's called something else.
Yeah, it's called workplace applied academic, at least when I went to high school. So 14 years ago. Yeah.
It was a long time. It doesn't matter. The point is there was only 9 people in my class and it was all hands-on learning, which was amazing. Everyone else was like slicing onions and reading.
If you're going to go to trade school, they would put you in that class. If you're going to go to college, you go to applied. If you're going to go to university, you go to academic or enriched.
Well, it's like, speaking of hands-on experience, my school really tried. I had very ambitious teachers. Like they were in this small town, and they were very just ambitious. They had higher goals than high school, whatever. And so they were like, we're going to develop courses that other high schools will, get. So we had 2 drama teachers. One was my improv coach. One was my drama and English teacher. And they came together. They developed a 2-credit program. And the 1 credit was always a theater credit. And the other credit depended on what year you were joining or whatever else. I ended up getting like a 4th year English public speaking credit, which I didn't even know was a thing. I just made it up, but it's written on my transcript. So that's all that matters. But it was called Drama in the Community. We only had 12 kids first year, and we had to write 2 scripts and perform them like 20 times between different schools and in front of the school board about like anti-bullying. And we would like go on like this bus with like props we made, and we'd play like multiple characters, and we did like gossiping trains and like, don't gossip, it's bad. We were those guys. Mm-hmm. But I got credit for it, and it was very eye-opening, all the work that goes into running a theater show because of that hands-on experience. I wish more classes were hands-on.
Drama was my favorite art class. Like I was good at music, good at drawing, but drama was my favorite. I failed that class twice. Okay, how can that? That was one of the only classes I went every fucking day, and I failed it twice.
Did you not do your exams?
I did everything. Everything.
Did you have written work?
Yeah, there was exams. Yeah.
No. But sometimes there's written work for projects, like write the subtext on a script and that kind of stuff.
No, it was all practicing your acting skills, drills, like stuff like that, teamwork stuff.
Oh, we did like the preparing, more of the preparing stuff.
No theory. Yeah, it was all practice. Like, and it was awesome. I loved it. And I just think she hated me.
Maybe
that I've had a lot of teachers like that were like super rude to me. Like the teacher that bullied me in grade 8. Teacher that bullied me in grade 6. Like it was the teacher that bullied me in grade 7. They're all different teachers. It was, oh my God, yeah.
I had one math teacher. Math is something that is taught is like something I learned, but now it's taught differently.
It is.
Like the math is different.
I don't think it's different. I know it looks different, but I think there's more ways to get to an answer, which I think is amazing. I love this new problem solving. Okay, this is your answer. This is the basic part, but let's try and find different ways to get to that answer.
Yeah, I have no problem with people like learning different types of math. I just know when they're teaching a specific type of math in school, you're usually marked wrong if you're using different types of math.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like if I went to school now with the math they're teaching, my division would look wrong because I'm not doing the table
or your multiplication thing. When you did like, what was it like it was crazy when you did remember what was it called? Like, but now they don't do that. They like do add and then they do like some other shit. It's weird.
Yeah, and the new math is like seems if you learn it, like obviously it can work faster. But I'm just saying, like in school, you're generally only taught the one way, whatever way is the way now. So technically the math I learned was wrong.
As long as I can do the adding for shopping right, that's all I care about.
As long as the numbers match my bank, like that's
yeah. I like
care.
Basic math is sometimes really so we're playing like Dungeons and Dragons, and really all it is adding and subtracting. And like always, if we're in like a group of people, I can't add for shit. Like I can't subtract nothing, I can't add nothing. I'm always like, Kyle, just sell me out here. Because like it just goes blah. Nope.
But yeah, I just use a calculator for everything. I'm always like, if you know the equations, like as long as you know how to find the answer to something, I don't think you need to know like all the number
memorize. No,
yeah, like I don't think that's important because we have a calculator literally on our phones.
Remember,
all times.
They were like, "You're not gonna have a calculator." Yeah, I do.
Exactly. So it's like as long as you know like how to tell the percentage of something or how to, the basics shit. I don't care if you have like it memorized and can do it in your head as long as you know what you're doing.
Always have information handy. Got your phone. Always. Everything they said we wouldn't be able to do, we're able to do. Losers. And they should have known because we were watching Star Trek, okay? Like all this stuff was on Star Trek before we got it in real life. They should have known we were.
Except they still like people still argue like trans people don't exist. And like, have you watched Star Trek? And then they'll be like, communism is terrible. And they'll be like, but have you watched Star Trek?
But have you watched Star Trek?
Always like Star Trek is. Like it's never, and like Star Trek's around like the 70s, you know?
Yeah, I 80s. Used to watch it with my dad, and that's why I don't understand his political leanings. I'm like,
well, that's because it's science fiction, so it's not real. Like I think that
wouldn't it be great if it was though? Like it could be. Think of all the scientific discovery we'd have if we didn't leave it up to like corporations trying to profit.
We can meet Klingons. We can learn real Klingon. I don't know what it's going to sound like.
To be fair, I'm kind of getting like a Klingon thing on my forehead from like squinting so much.
Yeah,
like it's going to be like a wrinkle.
That's real deep.
We're going to be the Klingon.
Super deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need Botox. I'm not going to lie. I need a shot.
I know. Right, I'm always like, maybe. Because it like thins out your pores a little too.
Yeah, no, I need one right here. Like my crow's feet aren't even bad yet, so because I don't
I need
smile.
to like stretch my forehead. I did it.
You need a facelift?
Yeah.
See, I don't smile, so like crow's feet, no, and I don't have smile lines, but I do a lot of this, and therefore that thing just. So like I'm always making that face. Like
wear your glasses. Wear your fucking.
Yeah,
glasses.
You're just squinting. No. You're like, what is this?
No, I'm not squinting. I'm giving you the what the fuck are you thinking look. And it's the so
yeah, put your glasses on.
I
find that hides so much. Like without my glasses, I look more dead than with my glasses. Feel like I don't know. But also my glasses make my nose look a lot bigger. Like I'm fucking the Mr. Potato Head. Like it's just or like the disguise with the glasses, nose, and mustache. That's what it looks like when I wear glasses.
My glasses make my like eyes look bigger and hide the fact that I don't have eyebrows. So that's
I find that's what helps too. My eyebrows are so unruly. I think that like
oh god, yeah,
keeps them femme.
Yeah, John's like, oh god, yeah, Sonia, your eyebrows. Woof.
Yeah, she's like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Fucking caterpillar.
No, mine are bad.
Yeah, just watch those things crawling on your face. I'm like, Eugene Levy.
Yeah. Just pet them, the pearl.
Yeah. I love Eugene Levy.
Me too. Great Canadian. He went to Westdale in Hamilton.
His kid didn't.
Fuck his kid. I'm kidding.
I like both his kids too.
I like both of them. I was joking.
Joking. Although I haven't seen his daughter in much except for the Schitt's Creek.
Who knows? Maybe she doesn't like want to
act. She was just doing it for funsies, for like a family project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
are
can
those
see that.
really his kids? Those two were his kids?
No, not Alexa. So Twyla, the waitress, and the son was his son. Like, so,
yeah, the son looks like him, so that makes sense. But like, Alexa does not look like him.
Alexa is not his kid. It's Twyla's his daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know her real name.
But... God, I fucking wish I was a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
What are we waiting, Dumry? You said wait.
No, I was trying to think of something like if it was the girl that like ran the hotel with like not Alexa. The one
that's not Stevie. Stevie is the one.
Sorry,
so
I don't have an answer for that.
not you.
Shush.
My chickie went off.
So Alexa is not. So Twyla is the girl that ran the restaurant that they went to every day. She's like the waitress, and she was kind of like, free flowy.
Okay. I thought it was the other person.
No.
That he had to pretend he was dating at first. Like they were dating.
That would have been really weird.
Yeah, that would have been gross.
I was like, wait a minute. Why would they those two? Because if they're brother and sister, that should not have been the plot. Like,
oh, ew. Remember, have you watched Dexter?
Yes.
Where his sister, they have a relationship or whatever.
Yeah, because they're not technically related. It's like,
but it's
they're
still
adoptive
gross.
related.
It's it's what are you doing, stepbrother? But they're married in real life, or were. I don't know if they still are. But that's so gross. You know what? We're fucking at home. Let's be siblings at work. I couldn't.
Well, it's better than being siblings in real life and fucking at work.
I guess,
a sibling with my husband, then fake fucking him and him be my brother.
You're right. You're right when you're right.
There's choices, okay?
You are very correct. I would prefer that too. But it's better if it's not.
Deep would you rather? That is woof.
That's where I was getting confused because I was like, wait a minute.
No.
I have a choice. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I would not want to pretend I'm fucking my sibling. No.
Well, that's why I never get there's a lot of stuff with twins. And I'm always that's still incest, right?
Yeah, you're not the same person.
You're individual people that look similar, okay?
Although
that's still your sister, your brother, don't be weird about it.
The figure skating siblings always creep me out.
Yeah.
That's gross, man. That's gross.
Yeah.
They're not pretending they're fucking at work, but still, they
get very close.
They're getting close.
They're very
longing.
In their...
Yeah, they're just where they're pretending they're a couple. They're playing a part as dance partners.
Yeah, no, that's gross.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Boundaries are good.
Boundaries, cousin stuff is good until you get married, or whatever that saying was.
Follow. I can't remember.
It's good and fine
to mess around with his cousins, but that's not marriage no.
It's not good for being married. I don't know.
I don't remember. Watch Fallout if you haven't yet. Highly recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend.
I've only watched the first episode.
And everybody loves the ghoul.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Well, I was just gonna say, you don't even have to be a fan of the games to like it. It's good. It's and it gives some lore to if you're not a fan of the games, sales in Fallout have skyrocketed because people saw that and were like, oh, is this what the game's about? And then started buying games.
I re-downloaded all of Fallout. I have never played Las Vegas, but I'm going to.
New Vegas?
New Vegas.
Yeah.
I keep calling it Las Vegas, but it's New Vegas.
It's in Las Vegas. It's just this New Vegas. It's in Futurama, New York.
Yeah. I think the only one I played one, and it was on the Xbox 360. It was
Like probably like one or two, because I think after that it the older ones went on the older systems, or newer systems, whatever you fucking know.
I only played New Vegas, and that was on PS3, I think. So
yeah, Kara loved New Vegas, and
I loved New Vegas too. Yeah,
and Fallout 4, I think they like that one too.
That one I want to try. I've heard good things.
I've never played any of them.
Xbox Game Pass, it's free.
I do not. I have a Steam account, and I wait till it's 90% off.
Smart.
I have PlayStation 5.
Loser.
Listen, I have a PlayStation 5 too, but I play on the Xbox. And for years, I'm like, Dawn, so we can play Gears. And you're like, no, fuck you, bitch.
The last Xbox I had was the 360, which I still have, by the way. But no, I never got
play
Xbox
on it. We can play Xbox 360.
I don't know if it still works. I haven't played it. I'll try.
We can play Gears 3.
Yes, because I have Gears 3.
There we go. We can play.
House.
We can play it.
Yes.
Go. You have to go get online Xbox to play, but get it.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. If you want to play Xbox with us, join our Discord and let us know.
Yeah, I want to start game nights on there. I mean, not Xbox, because I don't own one, but
I have Xbox. I can play Steam and I can play PlayStation.
I can do Steam. That's it. But Sonia can host Xbox.
I can't do Steam. I don't have a computer, so
that's so fair. You could do PlayStation.
I can do PlayStation
and Xbox 360. I don't know if you can do Xbox 360 online anymore. You have to, right? They'd have to let it.
It's still.
They don't have to do shit.
They don't have to do nothing. No.
Okay,
I'm just they have
what's
to.
What's the network called?
Microsoft. It's through Microsoft.
Froze again. Okay.
Yeah, it's through Microsoft. Yeah.
It's called something.
Xbox?
Yeah.
It's through Microsoft.
Yeah, the online. It's called Microsoft. Something.
Oh, Xbox Online.
No, it's called something.
Not Game
Pass. Actually has a name. Xbox Live.
Yes, Xbox
That's
Live.
What it was called. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Xbox Live still on. And now I need to know.
We're doing live
because
research.
PlayStation
everyone.
is just PlayStation Online, or it's Play something. PS Play or something. I don't know.
Oh, you can still do Xbox Live. Still working on the 360.
Sweet.
Although most X Live servers have been shuttered, you can still connect a 360 to the internet to download apps like Netflix. Oh, wait. Or play online in a handful of popular games that maintain their 360 servers, like Left 4 Dead.
I got that on Steam.
Yeah, so I'm sure we can do Gears.
Okay.
3.
How much is Xbox Live now?
How much is Xbox Live? Okay, hold on.
I need to know how much I have to budget for this shit. Just to play Gears with you.
It is $10 a month.
Fuck. That's
I think I have a free month. I'll message you later. I think I have a free month. Okay.
Well, if there's ever a game on Steam, Sonia.
I think there's a few. I'm like, Jessica, download it so we can play.
I might already own it. So
yeah, I think it was the Game of Life you said you were playing, so I got it, and we haven't played together.
Okay, we gotta set it up. We can live stream it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what was the question? I forgot it now.
What were you taught in school that was totally not true?
That doing what I love won't make money. I mean, not podcasting, but other things.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's negative dollars. That's way more than $10 a month.
That getting a college degree means you'll have a set life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, all the stuff we learned about
one day.
Yeah, that when you're when they were teaching budgeting, it was teaching your house shouldn't cost more than 30% of your income. Remember that? Yeah. Everybody? Yeah. The good old days? Yeah. So the problem is like people are like, oh, school didn't teach us budgeting. School did teach us budgeting, just not for the world today.
Not for this economy.
Yeah, and like the economy like dropped so hard, so fast. It has brain damage. And
Late
we're trying to catch
stage
up.
capitalism.
Yeah.
It's like I remember. I don't know if you guys took families class, but yeah, like I did it, and what they ended up, they were doing the like, if you got pregnant right now, here I am pregnant. If you got pregnant right now,
I was pregnant too during it.
yeah, and they're like, this is what you'd get
pregnant.
from welfare or whatever. How would you, budget it? And they give you like a budget sheet, and then you realize you can't afford anything. Like you're starving at some point on welfare. And I was like, well, this is bleak because in 2 months, that's my budget.
Yeah. You're like, oh no.
They don't teach you how to fix that problem though, because there is no fix.
There's no fix.
There's
That's
no
right.
fix.
They don't teach you. There's no fix. Yeah, it's like you're just playing catch up your whole life.
No, they should have taught us like sugar daddy. Like,
yeah.
just get
I
yourself
tell
a sugar
everybody,
daddy.
sugardaddy.com, guys.
That should have been a
Sugardaddy.com.
class in school. Like, okay, how to like survive as a female. Like, we'll teach you how to be an OnlyFans creator. We'll teach you how to get a sugar daddy.
Content creating, yeah.
Well, at that point, you're underage, so probably
Yeah, probably not. Yeah,
maybe
the college course.
Yeah. I do think they should have taught more. They taught everything as if it was a meritocracy, where like we all are growing up on the same level, and if we just wanted it enough, we can get it. When like that's not true. It's like some of these people can go and do whatever they want. Me, I'm like, I have no idea how I'm gonna pay for school. So like that's different, but they didn't teach that. They're like, oh, you're on the same level. So when I'm like, oh shit, I can't study for this test because I'm fucking homeless, they're like, oh no, you should know the answers as this person whose parents love them.
Yeah, we were just talking about this on our chat. Like, I'm part of homeschooling because we homeschool our kids, and someone was complaining that the teachers' council is saying the testing is racist, and like it is. If you pay attention to like systematic, oh my gosh, that word, racism, and that's where more often than not, Black people and people of color come from inner like city poor areas, and their education is not the same as say middle class white people, and so the homeschool league people are like, this is why we have to homeschool, because teachers don't want to have to pass math tests. But like that's not the case, right? Like these people are passing them. They're just doing it. The second time they more often pass the test. Like, so the first time they don't pass the test because they aren't up with the same education as everybody else. But then the second time they're like, oh, like I know what I'm supposed to do. Like, and then they pass. So it's not that they aren't able to get the information. They just weren't given the proper tools to begin with. And that is how the test is racist, is because not everybody starts.
But they're not thinking about that because that's not in their bubble, right? They're only thinking about them and theirs. So they're not thinking about their outside sources. Therefore, they don't see how it's racist, but it is racist, like completely. But think about that. It's not it's not them and theirs. That's why.
I said, well, maybe you should teach your kids about systematic racism. Like that's definitely something you should be teaching your kids. But like, obviously the government didn't agree with them because the government is responsible for the education up to that point. Like if the government was actually giving these kids the education they deserve, they wouldn't be behind. Like that's the problem. And the government's like, no, I agree with like the court system. Like it's only white people should be ahead or very rich.
And I feel like a lot of white people don't want to acknowledge this kind of stuff because then they have to acknowledge that maybe they're at where they're at and it's not due to their own talents or skills or anything like that. It's just what they look like.
Yeah.
It's like you might have been mediocre at everything and failed upwards because you are white. And like having to acknowledge that, like that what you have may not have been
breaking
earned.
People's brains now if you talk about that.
Yeah. Right? Like so a lot of them don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to be like, I'm benefiting from this broken system. They just want to be like, the system doesn't exist like that. You're lying.
Yeah, but it's just funny because it's like in a homeschooling group, and she's like, the teacher should have to know math. Bitch, did you pass this mandatory math test to be teaching your kids? Like, no, you didn't. Like, you do not have a teaching degree. Like, that's not a reason to be homeschooling your kids. It's because people are trying to get justice. Like, that's...
Well, and half these people are teaching, like, super religious teachings.
Oh, my God, yes.
Like, half of them don't teach evolution or shit like that. And they'll spend more time teaching religious material than they will shit like English and math and science.
Because if it's God's will...
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, we had a hard time finding any family that was like us in homeschooling.
I had the same problem when I was homeschooling Ernest. Like, I had one friend who was fairly religious, although she kind of liberaled up a bit over the years. But, like, yeah, like, besides her, like, she didn't focus on religious teachings, which is why we were able to, like, have that homeschool relationship. But, yeah, like, it's like everyone else was either a super crunchy mom that was anti-vax or, like, super Catholic. Like, there was no in between. Or both.
Like, the term crunchy, when I was growing up, crunchy was hippie, but you still fucking vaccinated your kids. Like, and it's just like that term has just gotten more extreme. Like, because everybody's like, oh, like, yeah, I'm pretty crunchy. Like, I love nature and I'm teaching my kids to like nature. But we really love science, but we love the environment and we care about other people. So we get vaccinated. No, like, that's apparently not crunchy anymore. No. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like almond or something. It's ridiculous. I don't know these sayings.
Well, there's the almond moms. Have you heard of those? Those are the moms that care so much about their physique. They only eat like almonds throughout the day. Like they cut all their food in half and they like pick around, you know?
Jesus Christ.
No, I couldn't be bothered. That's so much work. No.
But yeah, I mean, with hippie, I don't even like that term because, like, when I think hippie, I think like young person who's anti-war and like high all the time. And I'm like, shit, like, I'm anti-war. I mean, I'm 33, so youngish, and high all the time. But I don't have long hair, so I'm not a hippie.
But I don't think like, I like, it's more like bohemian
love,
but
they were all at the anti-war. Like, most of what you think like a hippie is contextually, historically, is not like, they weren't like peace and love. They were like anti-war, and then they got babied down to like peace, love, stoners who don't shower and just have sex everywhere. And it's like, no, they were doing that stuff, but also at anti-war protests.
Yes, anti-government is also like the but not anarchy, you know, like anti-government, but still people need rules. Like, it's just, we need like a system reboot.
Well, it's like, it's not government that's the problem. It's the current regime.
Yeah. We need rules. Fucking shopping cart theory.
I mean, to be fair, anarchy is not anti-rule, it's anti-hierarchy. So they just don't think anyone should be in charge, but social rules should still apply.
No, we as humans definitely need people in charge.
Like, that's the problem.
Like, we need people in charge. People are not meant to be willy-nilly.
Yeah, because you need to enforce it somehow. And if you don't...
What kind of species doesn't have someone in charge?
There's probably some. But it's, I don't know. It really depends.
Elephants,
but like, for the records, a lot of those species like kill each other to like be in charge. And so I don't like to think of humans as like animals.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, like, I feel like at some point we can reach some sort of intellect where we don't have to kill each other to be in charge.
One day.
That's the goal. Like, we constantly talk about how different we are from animals. I feel like until we reach that goal, we're not that different.
We're not.
We just have language skills. That's it.
But so did they. We just don't understand them.
It. Like,
we're comparing every other species' language skills to the fact that we don't understand it. It's like they understand it. They don't understand what the fuck we're saying.
They don't speak people. They're useless. But it's just like, if you're coming to America, speak American.
Speak English, fucker.
Like, no, you
yelling
need to
at like
speak
a dog.
Yeah, that's what they say it though. Like they're like, you need to speak American. Like, those people, like English is their language, but you speak American.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like British people come in or Australian people.
It's
Who
still
also speak
English.
English.
It's
They're
all
like,
English.
no, it's not American though. It's not American.
Drop the U. You gotta drop the U. That's it. I think I've heard people say you need to talk Canadian, but like we have like 3 languages. So I have had people say like go back to where you're like came from, but that was just because like they don't like Ontarians. So it's fine.
White on white violence.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Because like for a while there, like there is a little bit of like not fondness towards Ontarians because when you sell your house in Ontario, you can buy 3 houses in New Brunswick. So like they're hoarding property. You know, I would hate that too. Like that.
So be mad at capitalism. There's landlords in Ontario hoarding property too. That's why we can't afford houses in Ontario. We have to go to New Brunswick.
That's why we're moving to New Brunswick.
It's capitalism, baby. Being poor sucks.
And like, yeah, learning about like the economy in school, I feel was like a fucking lie. Like at the time it was true. And they're like, if more people are in the country, that means there's more jobs needed. So more jobs will be offered and then everyone will get money. So that was a lie.
That was right. If more people are in the country, more jobs are needed. That's where it stops right there because no one was providing jobs.
Nobody. Yeah, they stopped providing jobs. Yeah.
And the jobs that were there all became part-time so that you don't get benefits or anything like that. Yeah. So you have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to get full-time hours. Like, you know, like when so many people were underemployed, like their education did not match up to their employment level because they were overeducated for the job. And yeah, right? It's like, yeah, and they never fixed it. They just keep like trying to replace other jobs and just laying people off. So
and you keep getting more education and hope that like maybe because it's really your people skills and who you know and how you network. I ain't that kind of guy. Like that's just not who I am, and I just go in blind.
Contest now, like that's all it is.
Blind resume and hope for the best. And
whoever your parents are, that determines 99% of your like future. Yeah, is who your parents are. So
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
No.
Anything else about this topic that we learned in school that was wrong?
There's probably so much we still believe it though, right? Like until we're giving new information, we don't know that it was wrong.
To be fair, I feel like I forgot 90% of what I learned in school. I can't tell where I learned it. I just know it.
Yeah, it's now just part of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just molded onto you. Like that's like when you're doing like research paper and you're just regurgitating information you know and they want sources. Like I don't fucking know. I just know it. Like you want me to go find
my brain.
Yeah, it's just floating in there. Like I'm sorry.
Most of my teachers are probably dead now. So I can't ask them if they ever relearned those topics.
I always hope. Like my teacher, fucking Mr. Hogg, like, listen, like you were such a fucking asshole to me.
How old was he when he taught you?
He looked like an old dude, but I was 12. So like, you know, everybody looked 30.
Like 45.
Yeah. I had a teacher named Mr. M. Mortalantis. Fucking amazing. He was a prick. Fucking prick.
Oh my God, was he ever, Mr. Mortalantis?
But I loved him. He was always telling me how creative I am and like to like go do more of my writing. He's like, you're so talented. Like it's my like creative writing.
He threw my binder across the fucking room.
Yeah, he was fucking insane. He was so insane. Definitely.
He screamed in my face,
neurodivergent,
across the room and told me to get out and go to the office. I was like,
For Samantha, he like dragged her desk into the hallway. One of the Ogar kids, you know
John?
who they are. Yeah. He picked him up and carried him to the office, kicking and screaming. This teacher was fucking insane. But I loved him.
Any of that now, he would have got fired.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
100%. It would have been caught on camera.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he retired. But like, my absolute, if I had any favorite teacher ever, it would be this teacher. Like we did photography so much, and then had to write stories about the pictures we took, and then developed the film. I just like hands-on learning. I think I just like the
yeah. He was really into like the filming stuff because we had to like film make like our own movie.
Yes,
and stuff, and, like,
commercials,
and,
radio commercials and stuff. Yeah,
it
was amazing. Yeah,
I think that's what we need more in school. I feel like kids in general learn that way. I mean, I just feel like most people have to learn by doing.
They do. Most people do learn. It's like a kinetic something taught, but that's not how teachers are taught to teach, right? So that's why so many kids are falling through the cracks because they're not getting the proper education.
Fuck the system.
Fuck the system. But I think he might be dead. Like he was so old when we were in school. Like, and that was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, poor guy.
Maybe he lived a long life.
Maybe,
you know.
Well, like that angry all the time? I don't think so. Like his heart must have exploded. There's no way being that angry all the time. You lived a good life.
On that note, I'm going to thank our VIP Patreon, Stephanie Hurst. Is UK school that different? Like, what is there anything in the UK you're taught that is wrong?
Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah, were you taught blood is blue? Because we're like the same age, so I just want to know: is it just our generation sort of thing?
Maybe. I feel like I can blame it on like a Magic School Bus episode.
Magic School Bus was amazing. I love Magic School Bus.
But I do feel like in one episode, they go through the blue blood to show when it gets reoxygenated around the heart.
There's no way you're talking shit about my Magic School Bus.
I'm not saying they're saying blood is blue. I'm saying they're showing it to show the oxygen going in, but I could be wrong. 100%. Or who knows? Maybe they color corrected it. I just remember the red blood cells, I think, were blue, and then they'd get the oxygen and turn red.
Apparently, it's underrated as a Mandela effect that blood was blue. Like that
we didn't learn it. It's big education. They're lying.
Mostly when he said, like, why were you taught blood is blue is because teachers were lazy. That was like the biggest.
I believe it.
Some asshole kid said it. Everyone believed it and no one corrected it. It was just that.
The teachers probably weren't taught. They weren't taught that far. You know? So they were like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, blood is blue. Sure.
I'm not seeing anything. When Esther told me that your blood is actually blue, I was surprised she knew that. Oh, maybe.
What is that from?
Magic School Bus. Veins are blue lines in your body that carry your blood. Can you show me the veins? I don't know.
I mean, there's a new Magic School Bus now, so it probably is getting like mixed up with other things.
Yeah, the blood one for like the only blood one I think the Magic School Bus is when the white blood cells are fighting the bacteria in Ralphie's blood. Yeah. Okay. Well. Listen,
is that the circulatory system one?
I think so, yeah.
Well,
Inside Ralphie. The episode is Inside Ralphie?
Oh, okay. There's one episode called Workout, so I'm just...
Episode 35. Yeah.
There's another one called The Heart. There are blue blood cells floating around that will turn into an inflatable pool tube being ridden by an oxygen creature when clicked. Wait, hold on. I'm an adult. This is the video game. So there's blue blood cells in the video game, and you have to get the heart.
Maybe.
Yeah.
See, like we don't know. Like we're super.
I'm
like,
on this Magic School Bus wiki, so that's what I'm looking at. So I think it's a video game. So the lore, I guess. But anyways, yeah. So education teaches you things, but it does not make you smarter.
No, that is so true. You need to be able to learn new information and be able to adjust your information on that new information by source checking, and that makes you smart. Like that is your intelligence. You could have gotten the worst fucking grades in school. That doesn't gauge your intelligence. It's how you're able to process information and know if it's good or bad information. Yeah. That is your intelligence. It's a different type of intelligence. I don't know what it's called. Street smarts, guys. Fucking
the more smarts. You know.
Yeah. There's book smarts and street smarts.
Okay.
That's it.
I can't remember for plugging anything this week.
Website, pennydelicious.com.
Cool.
Cool.
Bye guys.
Bye. 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 Bye.